We are Spud and Joey. We are best friends, dads, and realtors. We also head up a running tribe here in Salt Lake City called Run with Mojo. On the weekends, we love exploring new trails and neighborhoods together. We aren't the fastest or the most skilled runners in the world. We're just two slightly out of shape dads that love a good trail run. We love running as much for the opportunity to clear our minds and have a good laugh as we do for the run itself. As runners, we know how mundane running on a treadmill can be. That's why we created the Come Run With Us project. So the next time you're on a treadmill, you'll have a cool trail to explore and a couple of buddies to run with. No matter what time of day or where you are in the world, you can always come run with us.
Where are we at today, Spud?
We are at Black Ridge Reservoir. This is actually one of my favorite reservoirs. You can come swim in it. It's like got its own little beach, so I'm really excited to show y'all. I want to go up this little thing. We're gonna do just a loop around it, so you can come up here and you can actually do a few things. So there's running trails everywhere, like everywhere. It's in Harriman, Utah. And it's only 20 minutes from where I live, so that's why I like it. But my kids, man, they absolutely love this place. And when I was training for the Spudman.
What is the Spudman?
I know, right? Sorry, I looked at you because it's called Spudman after me. Definitely after me, not really. It's a triathlon up in Idaho. And it's,
I actually did think it was your thing.
No.
Well, let's talk about Spudman later. Let's finish the thought on this.
Okay.
Where we're at, what we're doing.
So Black Ridge, it's a reservoir, and it's just for, adventures and playing with your kids and family, and it's a little beach. But we're running all the trails around here.
We're going straight up this, huh?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Now, Spud, Doug in Ohio. Did you start your Strava?
Oh, I did. I started my Strava. I should have told you.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yep. Did you start yours?
I'm just starting it now.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be the one time that I reminded you to start your Strava. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have been talking, and then I could have.
Hey, Spud, what time is it?
It's actually, let's start with what time were we supposed to be here?
It's 6:30 now. There's the car, just right there, half a block.
Yeah, this place doesn't open until 9 a.m. and we got here a little early at 6:30.
6:30, and yet our meetup time was 5:30, and Mr. Dependable over here.
The best part about it was just the last time we ran, I'm like, well, at least you can always rely on me.
I'll never be late. I'll never sleep through an alarm. I'd rather burn at the stake than be late for
it is true,
one
though,
of these
like,
runs.
I hate being late more than anything in the world. Like, if there's one thing I really do pride myself on, it's being on time, or at least like only 5 minutes late.
Can you swim in this Black Ridge Reservoir?
Yeah, so that's why we trained in it for the Spudman, is because we would just do loops around. I think if you do one giant loop, it's like a quarter mile.
Swimming?
Yeah.
Like around the edge?
Yeah, I mean, you're not...
It's a big swim.
And so we would do it 4 times to try to practice our mile swim. And, yeah. But I mean...
Swimming.
Yeah, I hate swimming. I've only swam a mile twice. Yeah, twice. The cool thing about the Spudman, though, is it's in a river that you're going downstream.
I'd be more into. Do you have to wear a life jacket, or can you not?
You wear a wetsuit. Yeah, so.
And then it's got like one of those little, you tie a floaty thing onto you, or what?
No.
Where's the floaty part?
No, there's no
floaty.
The wetsuit, if you get up to like a 4mm one, which is just the thickness, it actually makes you way buoyant. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should. Did you show them? You show them that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah.
All eyes on you, Spud.
This is the beach area, and then they've got like.
Not these giant rocky areas, like just beyond. You can see the sandy beach.
Yeah,
area.
and then you can come bring your pontoon, or I don't know.
See, this is where the navigation brought me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we are, following Spud. Should we go on the beach? Should we go right on the beach?
Yeah, let's run on the beach.
It's got a little, is this a little boat ramp?
Yeah, it's like a little pontoon. I can't imagine people boating in it.
People out here on a
But I can
speedboat,
imagine 'em
just shredding.
doing something. Yeah, so this is the beach. I should pull my Baywatch out and just start running. Do you think
Well,
kids nowadays even know what Baywatch is?
Yeah, it's that one with Zac Efron and The Rock that flopped.
It's actually a TV show. David Hasselhoff.
Pam Anderson.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I can remember from it.
Those are the two that I remember, which I feel really
The
bad.
two that
because
matter.
There's gonna be some people that are like, seriously? I was on that
Dang it.
show for 10 years.
I forgot to bring my sunglasses, and
Oh, that's a big deal.
you know me.
Yeah, no, that's like
I've got very sensitive eyes.
I would assume you'd be able to run without shoes before sunglasses.
Probably
Look at the
so.
cute ducks. This is so lovely. Maybe I'll bring my kiddos up here.
Spud's trying extra hard to be extra cheerful because of the fact that he was an hour late this morning and really effed up.
4 phone calls. And what's weird is if you call
And
twice
some texts.
in a row, it's supposed to kick off your do not disturb because it's an emergency.
Oh.
I don't think it did that.
It's funny because when I was on my way this morning, I really did say to myself as I was leaving, like, I should text Spud. I thought, there's absolutely no need. There's absolutely no need to text Spud.
I've never let you down. Like, I've been
Yeah.
on time to every single thing we've ever planned together.
That's true.
Like,
This
ever.
is true. I mean, on time is then, a window. But you've never just like blatantly, missed it, slept in, slept through, forgot to set your alarm.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't forget. It was at 4:50. Alarm was right next to my head, where it goes every day, and I've never slept through my alarm.
You're sleepy. What happened last night? Look at this. These birds are awesome. They're called killdeer, and they squawk and run and pull people away from their nest.
They are cute.
And I could be wildly wrong about that, but
Let me hurry and tie this shoe.
yeah, from what I understand, they make a bunch of noise and then they like pull like predators and stuff. Like they run along the ground and pull predators away from their little nest of eggs. Fun story. Okay, where the hell are we going, brah?
Well, there's these trails up here. There's a trail. Do you want to go?
Should we look at a map?
We
We
could.
need to come more correct. We've
Oh.
got to start coming more correct.
Well, gosh, I wish I would have had a little bit of time this morning when I could have just sat and looked at a map.
I was too busy stewing. Am I getting blamed now? Are you blaming the victim here? Is that what's happening?
I don't think anybody's a victim, okay? I think we should all realize that people can make mistakes and that
Wow.
if they have people
I love that we just both started walking up this trail with no idea.
But this is the trail. I've been up here a bajillion times.
Yeah. How many is a billion? Real count. Honest to God, real count.
I think like maybe 4 or 5.
Nah. Honest to God, real count.
Seriously, me and Mike came and trained in this like,
You came and swam here multiple times.
yeah, 3 times.
And then also ran on these trails.
I've walked this trail before, once, and I've ran trails down there.
Billions of times. Just billions.
Well, that's billions compared to you, right?
I guess so. Billions, man. I practically live up here in the summers, man. I bring up a tent. I swim in the mornings. I'll do some paddle boarding,
How do you look up?
And then I just cruise back up here to the campsite. I've got a camp shower up here that I built. It's solar powered. I'm just up here, man. just wanted to get out of the rat race, you know? Wanted time to slow down a bit.
You want to find my second home? It's just up this trail on this mountain.
And these trails, these foothills, this is where I found myself. All right.
Look.
You didn't lead us astray.
Okay, so do you want to do Black Ridge, Eric's, and Mustang Trail?
You know me, I'm a big fan of all three of those. All right, let's just
oh yeah, we're just on
moving. I'll have you know I'm a little fragile from our last adventure.
What do you
Spud and I did a loop. Well, we did a trail that started out as the Sensei Trail, and we just kind of made it our own last Saturday. Did 10.5 miles. Check it out. But I kind of, my left ankle and my left foot, just in general, has been a little touchy since then. So I'll be all right though. You notice I'm wearing different shoes. I finally am just like, okay, the pink ladies have to go. They've been just hurting my feet since the very first time I wore them, and I couldn't give up on them.
We're on the trail, bruh.
It's amazing.
Look. Like that's us. That's her dot.
All right, let's rip.
Yeah.
Born and bred to rip and shred.
Dude, look at this. I mean, we just figured this out because we've been here a billion times.
I'm assuming we're gonna get on top of this mountain.
Hells yeah, we are.
It'd be pretty rad. So again, we're in the southwest corner of the Salt Lake Valley. So this is Salt Lake. That mountain range out there that you see, the sun coming up over.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's the Wasatch. So we're gonna be able to have incredible views across the valley of the Wasatch and whatnot. Usually that's where Spud and I go running. It's over there, but we thought we'd shake it up today and go on the other side of the valley. These are called the Ochre Mountains. Ochre.
Ochre? Ochre? Isn't that
That's
a
hilarious.
Kardashian thing?
Why have we not thought of that yet? Ochre.
Oh. What's that?
Which way do we go? Definitely this way.
Uh-oh, why is it not showing me the view? Yep. Joey's right, like always.
Follow me.
Wait. Oh wait, you're not right. It says it's taking us, so it does say we go up that way. All right?
Do you guys know how to read this?
I thought you, mister, remember that one? Wait, is it this?
I think we can let's just start making our way up.
I mean, it looks like everything does the same thing. Oh, it's right.
Goes up the mountain.
It's right there. How did we miss that?
No, it went up. It really did go up.
It's not that little guy right there?
don't
Because it
think
looks
so.
like it's that little guy right there.
It's not.
Oh, that's like a deer trail. But you know how I like my deer trails.
We just basically cut a little
Oh,
we cut a little
that's just a
time off that little shortcut.
Yeah, that's all that
Okay,
is.
so we're gonna get up there. We're gonna find out which trail we want to do. This looks like another what would be super fun mountain bike trail.
Gosh, I know. I feel like we need to get into
Switchbacks.
mountain biking.
The best trail running trails are mountain bike trails. So
Yeah. Hey, thank you, mountain bikers. Appreciate you.
make it smooth and help create a community that cares about these trails. It doesn't matter if you're on foot or on a bike.
I do remember coming up
You
here.
feel
And
silly that way. It's like, in a checkout line or a line like at a theme park, and you have to go zigzag back and forth in those corrals, and there's nobody else in line.
and you're looking the
And
whole
you're just
time
going
like,
back and forth. That's what I feel like we're doing on this trail.
Ooh, look at this. Do you want to do Sidewinder or Black?
And I think they connect if I'm not wrong.
They do. It says they connect.
Okay, well, let's take Sidewinder and we'll get up in the hills a little bit faster. We'll come back around on Black Ridge, yeah?
Yep, coming back around again.
What was that all about? Talk me through it. Talk me through the thought process there.
Rage Against the Machine, you know, coming back around again.
But did you mix 2 Rage Against the Machine songs?
Oh yeah, Bulls on Parade.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make
I
sure.
don't actually.
It's kind of like that week when we did Bonneville Shoreline Trail. Maybe we should have taken
No, it's gonna go back up the mountain.
Oh, that one that went straight up was a shortcut for it.
Yeah.
All right, should we
Oh yeah.
should we maybe give these people what they came to see, and it's a little bit of a jog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cover a little bit more ground for people.
Yeah. We're going like 27 miles.
I know that it's probably a little tricky for you with where you literally just woke up. I can't imagine, you know, like springing out of bed and just be running, you know.
Oh, I am so ready. That's my life, man. Springing out of bed and running. I've never been so scared in my life as this morning when I looked at my clock. It's 5:56 and I'm like, oh, no, what? Because the last time I woke up was 3:30 and I was like, hells yeah, I got an hour.
This was the trail that was in debate.
Yeah. And so I was so pumped that I had an hour before I had to wake up, actually an hour and like 20. And then, holy crap, the emotions that went through my mind. First of all, the disappointment that Joey would feel in me.
Yeah, know that I felt it. Know that I felt it. Boy, did I. When you called, it was all I could do. I had to push the ego way down to say like, yeah, let's still do it.
I figured when you were like, let's just plan on tomorrow, with your like disappointed dad voice, like you done effed up.
Yeah, I was disappointed and I was having a hard time masking it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, you definitely didn't mask it. So if you were working on it, good job. Because it was not.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I really am sorry. Like, I really do pride myself on not being late and being very reliable.
Spud and I made a commitment to you all a long time ago. We said, I don't care if there's 2 million people or 2 people listening. We're going to be the stewards. We're going to get up. We're going to meet early in the morning when everybody else is asleep. And we're going to go out and we're going to show people these amazing trails. And we're going to inspire people to get out and get a little sunshine on their face and do it with a friend and learn all of the amazing benefits of getting out on the trail on a Saturday morning. Come wind, rain, or shine, we will be there. Unless I'm too tuckered. I'm just a little too sleepy to get out and change the world.
Hey, I still showed up. I want to point that out. I still owned up to my showing up. I just didn't show up early. I didn't show up before the sun came up, which was also one of our goals.
Spud knows me. I like a good sunrise. I mean, look, you can see the rays.
So
you can
pretty.
see the MFing rays coming through the. It's just spectacular. And like Spud said, this is like all these trails we do are just like right on the edge of town.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you have to drive an hour 45 up into the Uintas. You know, this is right here. It's Memorial Day weekend and we're the only ones out here. It's incredible.
Yeah, I forgot it's a weekend.
Maybe that's why we're the only ones out here, is because everybody left town.
Yeah, no, I think that's a thing. I think Memorial Day weekend's like a weekend people do stuff. I've never vacationed.
It asked me if I want to record my outdoor walk, because it's not not registering.
Your watch is like a straight up douche.
Yeah.
Like, it's very rude.
It's a hardcore. It's a Ben Stiller on heavyweights, you know.
One of the greatest films of all time, by the way. Great reference. You are
No, my watch.
channeling your inner Ben Stiller at times. When
My
we do.
watch, Spud. My watch is Ben Stiller on heavyweights.
But like, now that you say it, it just...
Don't you victim bully me, okay? Don't you dare.
Oh man.
That's
Can you
only-
dress up like him one year and I'll dress up like one of the heavyweights?
Yeah. that'd
And
be
we'll
fun.
just walk around and you be like really mean to me all day. Like, I'll have candy hidden everywhere in the office and you'll just be like, what is this?
Does he have he has a Fu Manchu in that one too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, yeah?
The Fu Manchu he definitely has in Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, because he's he watches over his grandma in the nursing home.
Yeah. He is that character in like 2 movies. So, gosh, I love that movie. Heavyweights, I still remember taking that to 5th grade when I got my nickname and watching it because I got to pick out the movies we watched because
Spud's nickname, obviously Spud, because he looked like a potato in the 5th grade.
it's because I was short and fat like a potato and it really resonated with those heavyweights. Like just, I understood.
They were your people.
I understood them. But man, it was so fun because I got to pick out the movies for all of our parties. Ooh, what's this? Oh, these are like the painted rock things. You're not supposed to take these, or you can take them and then you put them on a trail and then you let people find them. Is that the thing?
I don't know. Let's take him.
I want one. Oh, we're not really? Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't either. But man, you ever feel special?
Don't take the pretty rocks, Spud. Sorry, go on.
I've never felt so special as in 5th grade. Mr. C. Man.
Mr. C. I had Mr. C also. I was a couple years ahead of Spud.
I did not know that.
Everybody wanted Mr. C.
Yeah, it was the greatest class.
Did you guys do that after your morning potty break? Did you guys go outside and do the relay runs every morning? Oh, sucker.
It could have been because of me and my ability to not do things at that age.
No, the whole class would every morning. So this is burned into this is the best thing about elementary school was this thing. Every morning, the whole class would get up, you'd go and have a drink from the fountain and a potty break. Were you guys still, was he still teaching in that trailer?
Yeah.
When you went through, yeah. So that sounds weird.
Well,
They set up like these modular homes
Yeah, it
or
was
these
like a
modular
classroom
container
outside.
things, like because the town grew. They had 3 kind of makeshift classrooms by the school.
which were definitely the cool classrooms.
Yeah, for sure. It was cool.
It was so funny how everybody wanted to be in those.
So we'd all get in a line. We'd walk across the little courtyard area, go in, go to the bathroom, get a drink, and then we'd go outside the grassy area and he'd divide the class in half and you'd do a big relay race where you had to run across the yard and back and go up Diamondback, I presume.
Sidewinder and Diamondback, yep.
So run across and back, and then whichever half of the class finished that first was crowned champion and could be little and berate
Oh, okay. This makes way more sense now. Okay.
the other half of the class for the rest of the day. And since my team would always win, no, but it's like the best thing. I remember that more than any other experience from elementary school was those daily relay races. And yeah, I just absolutely loved it. Wow, did I go off on a tangent.
But no, I'm bummed.
So
I didn't
Mr.
get to do
Cunningham
that.
taught Spud several years later, didn't care as much about teaching at that point, a little bit closer to retirement. Spud was in his class, probably draining his energy. So he nicknamed him Spud, stopped doing the relay races, and that's where a very key ingredient to a happy childhood died for a lot of kids. Thanks, Spud.
I really wouldn't doubt it if he was like, because for some reason he just really
I got the
gravitated
energy.
towards me, and I became this teacher's pet that I kind of got to choose what
I can
to
totally see that though. You're the world's greatest hype man. So I can just imagine. Mr. C, back in the 90s in rural central Utah, was a very unique figure. He had kind of a little mullet. Man, his hairstyle.
His hair was long as hell.
His hairstyle back then, like, it is what all of the kids are doing nowadays. It is that mullet. He had the freshest mullet.
Wasn't it like curly black hair?
On the back. I think he permed the back.
Yeah, it was. But then didn't he have the Fu Manchu as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was so like, and he was like, for like us little people, he was like an absolute giant.
Just a hero, yeah.
Like, so yeah, I just felt so cool. That's when I got into like Goosebumps books and
Thanks, Mr. C.
like that man, like he made my entire world better. I actually messaged him the other day on Facebook and thanked him for my name. And yeah, it was nice. It made me feel like there's a full circle now. He knows how important he was.
We just told people more about Mr. C than they probably ever want to know.
No,
Right, Spud, why don't you go in front? So
that was a good 90s, like, little, like, reminiscent. He did have a limp. I wonder if, like...
I think he was in an accident.
Wonder if, like, he just got sick of walking out to do the relay. I also wonder if he had, like, any credentials to be a teacher. Because, like, I do
That's a
wonder.
valid question. I don't remember learning anything in his class, but
That's the only year I ever got into books because I wanted to. Finally.
man, this long sleeve was a bad choice.
Hey, look at that.
What?
I didn't know this
How's
was
this possible?
Bonneville shoreline. I guess
So
we'll
two weeks ago, the Bonneville, yeah, on the mountains on the other side of the joint,
I think this is a liar.
we ran the Bonneville Trail, Shoreline Trail, BST. Didn't know it came over here. This is neat.
Maybe that's what happens. It goes from Provo, Utah, somehow comes into Saratoga, Harriman, backs over there.
It is true that it, which way are we going? Let's give these people a show. This way I think is the one that we were planning on doing.
I mean, how long you want to be out, Doug?
Well, I wanted to get a really good like 2-hour session, but an hour of that was wasted with me sitting stewing, rocking back and forth in my car, waiting for Spud to show.
It does show Sidewinder going that. No. Diamond, it doesn't even show shoreline. That's weird. Oh. Okay.
So do we want to do the loop here? Guys, we promise next time we're gonna come more correct.
Oh yeah, let's go down that, because that looks like it's gonna go
Can
clear. Yeah, if we go this way, it's gonna connect all that, and then let's just go this way. No, we're who we are, and we are who we are. We're like Kesha.
Well, maybe what we're showing people is that, you know, if there's people like me that usually really like to have a detailed route planned out so I don't get anxiety, you can still come out and have some fun. Don't watch last week's episode, as you'll see the anxiety just flowing out of me like a MFing volcano.
It is funny the level of like happiness to fear to stress that you go through.
Well, I mean, fear, that's not like I'm out here worried about it if I'm gonna live to see tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but that's anxiety. It's just that fear for some reason of like being late or,
Yeah.
you know, it's like.
Yeah, there was some pressure on last week's run to get to where I was going. We had a big day last week. So Spud and I did a big trail run, 10.5 miles. Got lost. Took longer than it was supposed to.
And then following that, I had a celebration of life that I went to, and which, by the way, just as everybody's mingling, this lovely venue, wonderful people, everybody's reverently mingling. And they had this coffee there that was so scalding hot. Came out of this machine, and they did not set the max temperature right on this. And so, everybody would get a cup of coffee, and then they'd let it sit for, a half an hour while this magma cooled off a bit. Well, I'm letting mine sit, and I don't grab around the base of it because they didn't have those little coffee things so your hands don't get burned.
Yeah.
The sleeves. And so I grabbed the lid, and the lid wasn't secured to this cup very well. And so, but it was secured just enough for me to get it up off the table and get it heading in my general direction before it came off, and spilled all over my stomach, my crotch, down my pant legs, and everywhere. And holy shit, I blistered on my stomach.
Oh my gosh.
It was terrible, and made me think about that. Remember that lady that caught all that flack?
Oh yeah.
That got the McDonald's coffee and spilled it?
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on that, and it shows pictures of the damage, and that lady definitely had every right to sue. It was catastrophic, terrible, and it was really a thing. McDonald's didn't have a regulator on their coffee, and so they'd send it out like, it could be 200, 300 degrees, I don't know if that's the accurate number, but this poor lady spilled it in her crotch, and it was, a medical emergency. Anyways, had that celebration of life. Then my daughters had their ballet recital, and so it was a big day last week. Had some things I had to get to, so getting lost was not really it was stressful.
Not in the cards.
Kind of like today, where we had to get an early jump, and man, we are striking out every time we go up. It's like if you or I lied on a resume, and we got hired by the LA Dodgers to be their designated hitter for the World Series, and we had to, or just the season, not even one game, we would literally not get one hit. We'd strike out every time. It's kind of like this podcast, where if it's not an audio or a visual problem, it's a Spud problem. Or a Joey problem. But mostly it's audio, visual,
And Spud.
Spud. And then, I make a few mistakes here and there too.
I mean, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, without you, this thing wouldn't happen. I mean, you bring all the gear, you do all the stuff.
I should go ahead and make the announcement right now, Spud, that I haven't researched price points specifically
What's
for
funny?
the neighborhood surrounding Black Ridge Reservoir. So
No, what's funny is I have. So I've recently.
I just need to apologize to you because
Oh.
usually that's also something I take care of.
Yeah. I get you. It was like a backwards day.
during the week.
Sorry.
So yeah, you did it.
Yeah, so
That's wonderful.
Thank
Thank you for the help.
This is how we pay the bills. So
This is our pay the bills segment. Because if you don't know, come on a run with us and run with Mojo. They're both pretty much completely funded. Not pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say
are
100%.
completely funded by Real Estate with Mojo. And so we have a segment called Let's Pay the Bills.
I like to call it our side hustle because we're actually runners at heart,
That's true.
but then we have to make money, which is awkward and
Sucks.
yeah, sucks. But what's awesome is we're really, really great at what we do. So like, what's cool is I just got somebody under contract, and it
Congrats.
just down the road. And
What does just down the road mean? In Harriman?
So it's in Harriman next to the high school. And it's a 4-minute walk because he's a teacher and he has to walk to school.
Ooh, cool.
Or wanted to, right? So we were looking in Saratoga.
That's the key.
We were looking in Eagle Mountain. We were looking up in all the way.
Wait, you didn't know which school he was going to teach at? He just said, get me close to a school and I'll work at that one?
No. He works at this school. And he was like, I would love one close to the school. But there was like never anything, like everything up here. So townhomes, this is going to be real townhome specific, but I'm kind of excited about it. So
that's how we pay the bills.
So townhomes ranging from West Valley all the way down to Saratoga Springs were all in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Their budget was about $400,000. And then what was amazing is like halfway through he gets a raise. And
Sweet.
so he's like, hey, our buying power just increased. But then we started looking in like Daybreak, which is super close to Harriman, but they got 2 HOAs and it's like $400 a month for these townhomes. So instantly their buying power dropped. So it went up and they were like, ooh, let's look at $440,000 houses because their lender said they could do that. And so we started looking there and there was just no way to do it with the HOAs. Well, last Monday, a townhome popped, $440,000. The HOA was only $100 and this is actually still crazy, $190. But it all like, because there was no, the other ones had a 1% transfer fee. The other ones had all these extra fees and stuff. This one somehow, magically, like it maxed every single little thing they had right now, but it worked. And so it was so, like, you know how when stuff just works?
Yeah.
It just was so good. So this one ended up being about I think it was like 220 a square foot. So most townhomes up here are anywhere from 190 all the way up to 250 per square foot.
I'll get past you.
And then there was actually some Daybreak ones that were super small and they were all the way up at 302, but I'm not gonna throw those in. So I'd say average price per square foot is probably like, with like the normal ones, it was like 250. And so, yeah, super killer place, super amazing, so happy for them. And he can now walk to school when he did not think that was possible. So
it's amazing.
That'll be my segment on how we pay the bills.
That's what hiring an amazing, awesome, dedicated realtor will do for you.
Well,
how long were you working with him?
Dude, it was one day that thing was on the market and I got it under contract before end of day.
Sweet.
Because we were just making sure we were on top of everything and checking it regularly. And that thing, I don't think the agent knew what she had. Like, it has a yard, they have a dog, they have a brand new baby, 4 months old.
It's as if you're writing the commercial for me. So not only do you hire an agent, you hire a savvy one. Just interview us. You don't even have to hire us. Just interview us. Just give us the interview.
And you'll fall in love with this like instantly.
I promise. We'll blow your socks off.
Yeah, it was, dude, it made me so happy because like none of these other places, they couldn't even get a yard. They had nothing.
Oh, I think we were up on like the highest point we were gonna be on and we just kind of breezed past it.
Well, you recorded.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about an agent that will stick through, that's never late.
Oh yeah, you did ask how much the time was. So I spent with them about 2 months as we were looking like every week. So we would go out and like look every week from 3 to like 6 because he got out of school. And yeah, some days we go see one house, some days we go see like 6 houses. And because there's so much new build happening with townhomes in that price point. And so, gosh, it was just, and I just really enjoyed them. They were just great humans, really fun to hang out with. They brought their 4-month-old, so I got to see this little baby. So it was really cool.
That's great. How did you meet him?
So that was the one that a Coldwell Banker agent from out of state Googled Coldwell Banker Salt Lake City, and somehow I popped up first.
Yay.
And, well, she
Well,
might
then you
even
need to be
Googled-
thanking those clients that have left you Google reviews.
It could be, because to be honest with you, like, I always ask everybody I work with to give me a review, and they always have. I've not missed one. So
It's amazing. Thank you, Spud's clients.
yeah, and so, gosh, it's been fun, dude. Like, I just like helping people, and it makes me so happy when, like, it works out. Because we found a couple, we wrote offers, both of them got denied. So,
Well, let's go back to, like, you know, kind of what it takes and what I was saying. Somebody who's dedicated, somebody who's never late. If they say they're gonna be somewhere, meet you at a property, hell, if it's 5:30 in the morning on a run, they are always there, always consistent, dedicated to the craft, dedicated to being on time and being punctual, following through with what they say they're gonna do. You know, Spud. That is Spud.
actually, I was late to 3 different showings because of traffic, because the timing we would go.
Don't say that. Trying to pay the bills here.
I know, but like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, like it was only 5 minutes late, but man, would I feel horrible. Like, I'd always be like, oh my gosh, like I would leave an hour early from Salt Lake, but to get to Harriman or Daybreak, good gravy. One day we looked at houses right in my backyard, like right next to my house. It was so fun.
You were trying like crazy to sell that one, weren't you?
I really was, because they're great people. I was like, ooh.
Hey, I'm gonna get you into running.
Yeah.
We're gonna have movie
Oh,
night.
he was so funny.
Our wives are gonna make us popcorn.
He was so not into running. I tried a few times. And yeah, I just figured my wife would love to have a little 4-month baby to play with, so yeah, would have been great. I feel like I'm gonna poop my pants.
It's funny you say that. I already did. No, I didn't have any coffee this morning.
Probably thought you didn't have enough time.
Well, I
hurry.
wanted to be on time,
Yeah, you're in a hurry.
but I also, you know, I'd never been on this trail before, and not realizing you know, just how familiar you were with it. I didn't want to come out here and get stuck having to, you know, poop trailside.
That's a good point.
It sounds glamorous, pooping trailside. You know, it's not.
Especially if you have nothing. Like, I have nothing right now. If I had to poop
I don't
trailside,
either.
I would not be able to take care of it.
I left my kit with the toilet paper in it, which is a couple of baby wipes in the car. So we in trouble.
I mean, thankfully we could get down to that bathroom at the ridge pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and even if I'd have known there was like bathrooms like at the place where we parked, I
wish I would have told you more about this trail, but
yeah.
I felt like every time we were talking about this, it like,
Where's your hideout? I thought we were gonna run to it.
no, I'm not showing the world that. Like, the billions of times they come up here, I'm keeping that a secret. I really think I might bring my kids up here today though, because it's actually not too hot, not too cold. It's just right.
Man,
I'm just in a great place. You know,
bet.
like,
All that extra sleep.
you know, an extra sleep. I was exhausted yesterday. I actually got a migraine. I get migraines every now and then again in my life. I don't know why. But like yesterday was weird. I had to go door knock neighborhood for the new install of the stack home. And so I went out and did that. And I don't know, I've been a little anxious this week. It's a really rough week actually, with the family being sick and Katie being Katie. And she's just been sick.
I'm not laughing at that. I saw something funny that happened, and I laughed at completely coincidence that I laughed at the same time.
And man, like, it's just been rough. So I think I got a migraine last night on my way home because I was just out of it. So I actually fell asleep on the couch.
Let's switch, not cameras, but yeah, let's switch cameras. You keep recording on this one though, and that'll make it so our kind viewers don't just have to see half you, then half me.
Well, but also they can judge me on my...
Well, I mean, it'll be half you, half sporadic sky, earth, sky, earth, sky, earth. This is as steady as I've ever seen him hold it. This is as steady as it's been, gang.
Do you want to run in front so that they get a show, or should I just do this for a minute?
You said my ass did look fabulous in these pants.
Those pants actually make your whole body look
flattering.
Great.
I actually need to lose this.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna go behind you because I do have to maybe either poop my pants or pass some gas. So I'm gonna see which one happens.
Okay. Make sure I don't accidentally end my. All right, I still got the red light.
That's funny. I was just gonna give the people what they wanted and go down and show some butt action. You fell.
That's great.
Man, did you know I don't have one of those shirts?
You don't got the original?
No, I had to give it to Trevor to get new shirts.
Dang it. I should have known that. This is the only one I have. Once this one's gone, it's gone.
What's funny, I gave a friend of mine, because she has a seamstress mother, 3 of them, and said, hey, will you do me a favor? No, 2 of them. I said, will you have her sew pockets on the back so that I can have, because I used to wear jerseys until I got my Mojo running shirts, and then I quit wearing jerseys and just wore this because it's part of the gig, you know, got to pay the bills. So I've given up my favorite type of running gear for it, you know, given up a lot for this biz. And so,
let's remind everybody you're the person that got everybody into this, so.
Exactly, so I had to be dedicated. And so she never got them back to me. I should probably reach out to her.
Let's hunt her down.
I mean, they've had a house for a long time. They probably should sell it. So I do need to reach out to her for multiple reasons.
Let's hunt her down.
I mean, I do call them, her and her husband, regularly to hang out and talk, but they don't answer their phones. But I leave really great messages, and I've even sent videos. So, like, I'm pretty happy with my follow-up for friendship. Ooh, we can call that friendship follow-up. That's what I do in life. My friendship follow-up. Remember when I used to just call you randomly?
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. that voice sounds a little different.
Do I?
I'd follow up with Joey about buying and selling homes when I wasn't in the business. He'd be like, oh, Spud, I'm selling these multi-million Park City house. What are you calling me for? I'm not going to Saratoga.
I want nothing to do with you anymore. It's not true. I was always grateful when Spud would call. And they say the fortune is in the follow-up, and you are rich with friendships, so it obviously works.
I don't know why I was following up with you. Like, where was the fortune?
You knew that you had to water that flower. The flower wasn't there yet, but you knew that it would come. Can't seem to catch a rhythm.
Yeah,
on this.
You definitely can't.
This run. And then we got some just straight mountain goats coming at us, hauling ass.
Should I like make it so their faces aren't in it just to be nice?
That's usually what I do. I just focus in on their package.
I'm just gonna do this.
Morning.
Morning.
On Destin.
They're better.
I can show their backs though.
Look, they're better. They're skinnier. They're faster.
Definitely older.
They're smarter. More attractive. If they're older, they've taken way better care of themselves.
Well, they're probably from Utah and haven't, lived the hard life we've lived.
Yeah. Yeah, like us from Utah. We're from the wrong side of the proverbial tracks.
Yeah, that's our problem. If they grew up here, and let's be honest, most people in Harriman are super rich people that moved into Harriman from out of state and probably grew up, not drinking or smoking or doing those things that make you age a little bit.
Basing all this on 2 guys that we saw for 8 seconds.
Probably drives a Tesla.
Oh, he totally does. Both of them do.
I was like,
they actually started a tech company together. Just sold it for $8 billion.
Dude, this is so pretty. This is a killer trail.
This is a cool trail. Okay, we've been at it for 50 minutes, so that means we have to turn around.
Well,
But
no,
here we
because remember we went up and over and down, and this next one's gonna go faster.
Yeah?
And it's downhill. So let's at least get to like, let's just go to like that little ravine. All right, see that part of the trail? So let's like run there. Ooh, look at the Black Hawk.
What? Excuse me?
There's a Black
Excuse me,
Hawk.
perv. I
It's
believe
like
that's
a
a
country
crow.
band.
I believe that's a crow. Not a black hawk. A black hawk.
What song did they sing? Gosh,
The Black Crows?
No, they're Black Hawk. There's a country band.
Are you thinking of Black Hawk Arena in Salina, Utah? Famous rodeo arena?
No, there's a band. I'll look it up. Google it.
I bet whatever Black Hawk sang was not very good.
It was awesome.
Black Hawk singing in the dead of night.
They wouldn't obviously throw a song with their own band name in it.
Have you ever heard of Kid Rock?
That was such a good song. My name is Kid.
No, that's what it was. My name is Black Rock. Hawk, I mean.
Black Hawk. You guys are welcome for that. I used to love that song. Ba with the ba.
Oh, that was big time.
Gosh,
That was big time.
how that got big.
I think Cowboy for me was bigger.
Well, he just,
Didn't he also marry Pamela Anderson? For a minute, he did. He totes did.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Boom, look at that. Pop culture icons here.
So glad we thought of that. My day's gonna be better now.
Yep. I mean, basically any kind of trashy looking dude with long hair.
In the music industry.
Yeah, she hooked up with. But I mean, do you blame her? I mean, he
Did
had a
you
song
watch
called
her-
Ba with the Ba.
I watched her her documentary that came out after Pam and Tommy came out.
I want to watch that.
Quite good. It feels like that is someone gaining on us.
She has Lyme's disease, right? Oh shoot.
Does she?
Yeah, I think. Or something.
we gotta
No,
turn
it's
around,
not
though.
Lyme's disease. It's like what is it? It's C. There's a C in it.
Crohn.
No.
Crohn's.
No, hepatitis. Hepatitis
That, I
C.
think they're probably. Okay, should we switch? End video. Switch.
What percentage?
We're at 34%. Just keep running it. See if we can make it the whole way.
I like living on the edge.
Ooh, it's like when your tank is on empty. What we're talking about is the battery. We've had so many technical issues.
We are so prepared for technical issues though that we don't need our second backup that we brought.
We're gonna risk it.
Well, like it could be cool.
It's a rad little
This is
hangout.
really cool.
Morning.
Morning.
This would definitely be where I would
Do you remember those
hang out.
trees in Nephi? Like I feel like those are the trees we always ended up camping by. And same with all this like sagebrush or whatever this crap is. Like does this just remind you of our childhood a little bit? Like up in the mountains, camping out on a Friday night,
I guess so.
getting cray cray?
On the J Hill. Sleeping on the J Hill. I did camp out a couple times on the J Hill.
Dude, the J Hill in Nephi, just so everybody understands, like
So iconic.
the teacher or the kids and teachers, the senior year, you get to go whitewash this just J on a hill. And it is the coolest thing in the world because you have
The J stands for Juab, which is the name of our high school. You know how people have up on the hill, they have the letter of their high school.
kind of
That's
like the
what the J
Y
Hill
for
is.
BYU,
Yeah.
which is also it's a school, but it's a college. So their hill's a little bit bigger than the J Hill. The J Hill was definitely a hill compared to a mountain. But the thing that I was so sad about is that when I was a senior in high school, I did not like physical activity or doing anything outside. And so when my senior class went up there, I just walked up there, super butthurt and mad, and then just watched a few people do it and then walked back down the hill and didn't even get to do the experience.
Well, you walked up there and back. That's basically it.
I know, but I wanted to like be part of it because that's who I am. But because, you know, I was too cool at that point in my life, I guess.
Remember that kid? You guys are making killer time if you already back up. Remember that kid that everybody called Buck?
How? What grade? What age?
He was my age. He was my age because the story of this. So yeah, when you were the senior class would go up, they would re-whitewash the J, and then they'd put their graduating year numbers on there. So like ours was 00.
Oh, you didn't do the birdie finger? Who did the birdie finger?
I think that was 98. But you like kids would just go up there and change it to different school years, the birdie finger, you know, whatever. So anyways, we're up there whitewashing, and this kid Buck, I think he'd been homeschooled for most of it, which isn't saying anything, you know, in a certain way or whatever. There's definitely more of a connotation on homeschoolers back in the 90s. It's not as positive of a thing as it is now, or people didn't see it maybe that way. I don't know.
Oh,
Trying to be
100%.
politically
100%.
correct. Don't get all pissed off and offended because I was cracking a joke about him being homeschooled. He comes rolling up on a horse.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was awesome. Except for, we're like, so you're not gonna help then, huh, Buck? And he's like, no, I am. I'm just gonna tie this horse, and there's like really nothing up there to tie it to, and he kept trying, and the horse would just pull away from it, and he had to chase this horse around. It was great.
So what was supposed to be this cool, badass moment of glory for this kid,
Oh yeah,
for the first time in his life, ended up being an embarrassing moment.
ended up sucking for him.
And knowing Joey and his
Just
friends,
ridiculed him mercilessly.
you know, Joey was not a bully. He was actually very, very kind.
Some people I was, and I feel like a jerk, and if you're listening, I'm sorry. You know who you are. Spud, are you listening? You know who you
He
are.
was really sweet to me. I mean, it was definitely like what's that thing where people love their kidnapper? Like,
Stockholm?
yeah, it was kind of like Stockholm Syndrome, where I think I probably wasn't treated real great, but like, I was so in love with Joey, it didn't matter. I was like,
That was always nice to you. I thought you were super cool. Spud
remember
always
when we worked out for a minute?
Spud always had a bunch of girls swirling around him, and he had the cool hangout spot in town, Spud's garage, his mom let him convert the garage into just an F shack, basically. No,
We
an
did
F
have
shack is a little too strong, but
Well, no, we had the
a
blue
lot of people
room.
did have sex in there.
The blue room really was like a little shack in the corner. It was like a playhouse when we were kids, and then playhouse for teenagers, if you know what I mean.
Okay, see if you can name this movie. Thanks for the F shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Nope. What is it?
It honestly could be a story about your life, because Dirty Mike and the boys and all. It's the other guys.
Oh, I never seen that.
Shut up.
I thought about watching it the other
Really?
day. Yeah, because it's on like
It's so good.
some random streaming
It's
service.
ridiculous. Like, I realize how ridiculous it is, but it's just enjoyable.
Because it's Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah. And Eva Mendes.
What
She's-
are they?
she's
Like, are they
spectacular in that.
detectives or what's the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg used to be a great police officer, and then he accidentally shot. They're in New York, and he accidentally shot Derek Jeter in the knee, and so everybody hates him because
Oh.
Derek Jeter's their baseball god. And then Will Ferrell's this like desk jockey. Morning.
Morning.
Desk jockey, kind of nerdy, paper pushing cop, and they get partnered and end up cracking a big case, and hilarity of course ensues.
That's
Morning.
cool. Morning.
Thanks. That's a nice thing to say. We should start saying that, telling people to have a great run.
Usually I try to think of something funny to say to people, and then it can come off kind of douchey, kind of like those guys, like, you're making killer time if you're already on your way back up from the parking lot, you pieces of rich shit. You know, it kind of sounds like
It
that.
didn't come across like that at all. They were very like flattered. Like, oh, this guy's giving us a compliment.
I have a tone, and I don't mean to. It's kind of like women with resting bitch face. They can be the sweetest women. They just have that face. God, the trail is alive now. It's a good thing we got out when we did. Imagine how epic this run, how far we could have gone up there, Spud. If only we'd stuck to our commitments to one another. But it's all right. Forgiveness is a part of any relationship.
Yeah, I would say like, I feel really bad. I'm sorry. But like, I also understand. Like, if you were that late, I would definitely have jumped up and went and ran without you and not answered my phone. Definitely. But like, so the fact that you stayed so strong and just sat there, I'm actually quite happy with that. So we could do this today. Like, it's very nice of you.
Morning.
Morning. So thank you for holding on. You know, it's like that Avril Lavigne song, like, keep holding on. And you did.
This is living. Glad you made it, pal. Glad you made it. If I had, I don't know if I'd have been, yeah, I probably would. I would have came if I'd have slept through. I mean, I wouldn't have slept through. I set 2 alarms, but
my alarm kept going off. Like, it was still snoozing.
morning.
Morning. It was still on snooze when I was talking to you. And I was like, wow, that means it's been going off every 8 minutes for the last whatever, because I set it for 4:50. And gosh, that would have been so early because like, morning.
You know.
And
How's that battery?
it's at 22.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Oh, this thing's on like a little bit of an angle. I didn't realize where it was filming.
Huh.
That a little bit better for you guys, I bet. There you go. Just kind of holding it up to the sky for a minute or 10.
Love those sky shots.
I wasn't really, but maybe. Joey's always so
Understanding.
with my camera angles.
It's just, I believe that as you're saying that, everybody that's watching this is agreeing.
They're all sitting back like, yeah, definitely not his strong suit. Hey, but you got to practice to get better.
What is his contribution to the show?
Well,
Why
without
is
me, Joey wouldn't even do this. That's what it
Is
is.
he on here?
Because Joey can't go out and do stuff alone and talk to himself. Although if you do want that, just put it in the comments. And
I'm actually creating another podcast that I record on Wednesdays called Come Run with Just Joey.
if you're sick of Spud, wait, where?
Let's see, we can keep going back and forth. Slopey, we can run back over to where we came and then that straight down that little offshoot trail.
Okay,
I like back and forth.
okay.
What do you like?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I like, to be 100% honest. Nobody's ever asked me that question, Joey. I like back and forth.
Cool,
I like going for longer runs.
me too. Insert a Spud being late joke.
And we're gonna bring up Spud being late because I would have loved to run that extra hour this morning.
Man, it would be cooler coming off of this thing with 8 miles or 9 miles under our belt than just 4. You know? Morning.
Morning.
That's all I want in life, is a dog that's well behaved enough to just chill by me.
I mean, you could if you had patience and time.
That's true, because dogs are energy beings. They
Yeah,
absorb your
just-
energy.
I've always wanted that too, but I just don't have the patience to train a dog.
Do you ever take
Nope.
your dog on a run? What's your dog's name again? No, let me
Skipper.
guess. Dang it! I was gonna guess. I knew it had something to do with the ocean.
No, it's Barbie's little sister.
Skipper. Like a skipper. Isn't a skipper the second in command on a boat?
I don't know. I just know it's Barbie's little girl. That's why, or little sister. That's why we named her that.
Yeah.
But
Love taking the.
she
take the high
honestly,
bar.
the berms.
Oh yeah.
Like she would go out and probably do stuff, but we're really working on training her to be lazy and not go outside and not do stuff.
But the way to do that is to burn off all of her energy.
Well, I know, but we're doing it the other way where you just teach them you don't do anything. You just lay around all day and cuddle.
Oh man, that takes a lot of discipline on your part, I bet.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Katie. Katie's really giving her all with laying with that dog as often as she can and cuddling her. So there's some days Katie doesn't even get out of bed because she's so dedicated.
See, do we want to do that downhill mountain bike section?
I mean, you want to?
It says no uphill travel on that part, so it means
Oh,
we basically have to haul ass. We're going downhill.
oh. Wait, okay. Wait,
Would you like to do it, or would you like to stay on this one?
no, let's do it.
We're like two 60-year-old women. That
Well,
live
this is
together.
why
Let's
you
call it
just-
70-year-old women that live together.
That's why you just do what you do and I'll do what you tell me to do. That's
Just bickering.
the relationship.
Or now we are traveling uphill. So let's turn around and go the other way. Okay, cool. Sorry, gang.
I'm not at all sorry.
This is all a part of it.
This is part of the experience.
Part of the adventure. Now I get it. This is rad out here.
It really is great. We should come out here and try to like,
It's a great meeting point for you and
Yeah.
I. It's definitely closer for you.
oh, that's nice.
And with where I do all the work, I should drive further.
Morning.
But yeah, this is great. Epic views of the valley. Would have been a unbelievable sunrise.
It was, remember?
No, it was, all I could see was red when the sun was coming up, as the sun was coming up.
Trail is busy today.
We just must have got out on time. Morning.
Man, this is just such an amazing
Morning.
part. Morning. Good, how are you?
thanks.
Morning.
Although I bet that dog was a. Did you get that dog on camera?
I did, and I tried not to get anybody. It's
It was
been
like
rough.
it was like a pit bull Dane or a pit bull Doberman mix. It's kind of cool looking. Maybe Weimaraner. Might have been some Weimaraner in there. Anyways, yeah, it looked ferocious not because it looked ferocious, but it had an insanely spiked collar,
Oh,
like 3-inch spikes coming off this thing, and I looked it in the eyes. And I knew that it wanted to tear out my jugular.
gosh, I love a good downhill.
Nice slopey, little gradual, soft, buttery downhill.
This is a pretty killer trail.
That's super fun. And honestly, I'd like to see how far it goes. Back up in there.
Where are we going?
Back to the car.
Oh, the car's just right here. Morning.
Let me see that thing, if you don't mind. Okay, take that one. Okay, so we got up. See where it's cut across there. What did we start on? Diamondback, or was it Fire Ridge?
I don't remember.
I think it was something to do with the snake. Anyways, we cut around there, went all the way around, came up over this, went way back up in there. These trails are awesome. It's not technical, super runnable. So we have to rate this thing. Overall experience.
Let's say like
And let's forget about, how disrespectful you were of my time this morning. Let's just try and forget about that as we grade this thing.
I would say a 6. Not because it's not an amazing trail. It's just I feel like when you're on a higher up hill or mountain, looking down, like there's just something different about the mountains over there compared to the hills over here.
Ooh, wow.
But I love
a 6.
A 6 is
That's
6 is,
surprising. That's overall experience.
yeah, overall experience.
All right. Well, my overall experience is I'm going to grade it higher than that. I actually really enjoyed this trail. Morning.
Morning.
We've got the tools here.
It could be the fact that I couldn't get rid of the fact that I've let the world down today. That could be why.
Hey, don't apologize to me. Apologize to all of our viewers.
I'm sorry.
Audience.
I'm sorry, guys.
This would have been a much longer run today.
Or 2 parts even. Gosh.
Could have been 2 parts.
I
We
could-
could have hit you up on your Monday morning
And your Wednesday morning.
treadmill run and your Wednesday morning treadmill run. But
Spud.
anyways, so I was gonna say I actually really enjoyed this trail. Wish we could have gone further. I'll give it an 8. I thought the views were pretty spectacular. I was a little confused this morning at like where to park and whatnot because they don't open up the parking area until a little later, I guess. So you have to park out on the street, which is not a big deal. Just if you haven't been here before, sometimes that stuff can be a little intimidating. It's the one nice thing about literally the only nice thing about group runs or going out with somebody is that you have a little bit more confidence to go and explore. You know, if it wasn't for that, I would not be doing this.
I mean, that's the best part about it too. Is like
I'm teasing. There's lots of benefits to group running, and I was just waiting for some sort of reaction from Spud, but anyways.
sorry, I was like thinking that I really don't like group runs, but I do. It's like a love-hate relationship because I like listening to my music like crazy loud. And
Well,
so
there's a time and place. Like running, especially if you're training for a marathon, you're doing 4 runs a week. So
yeah, that's a good point.
So even in the summer when we'll get to do multiples together, you still have plenty of time to run on your own.
I mean, am I still invited to those early mornings?
You're hanging on by a thread, my man.
Now I'm gonna get a text every morning. Hey, have you left? Because if you haven't left yet, I'm staying in bed.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. I'm getting in my car. I need to hear from you.
No, from now on, I'm gonna send you a text message. Oh, look at this, where they've dug this, or the water's come down.
A lot of water this spring.
So I was saying, yeah, I'll text you. I'm gonna text you from now on,
That'd be
every
killer.
time. Yep.
So
how I'm gonna make it up.
anyways, we parked our car at Black Ridge Reservoir. You can just Google Black Ridge Reservoir. You go there and you zip up, and literally there was we saw probably 6 or 7 different trail systems.
So many.
Like right there, leaving
And honestly,
from this
if you're
park.
a beginner, you can just walk around the reservoir until you get your body going too. So if you just want to do trails, like this road right here, I mean, it's like the trails that you can run on too. So it's kind of cool.
Morning.
Morning. Like it's cool because you could do mountain trails, road trails, like there's everything.
You can
out here.
swim. You can train for your next triathlon.
Yeah,
right
like we
here at
would.
Black Ridge Park.
Yeah, we used to bike all over here too because it connects to Mountain View Corridor, which is a killer road it's got a huge shoulder, so you can bike, swim, run all up here, and that's what we would do.
Spud did it. Just billions of times, just millions of times, just all the time, almost every day. Just up here swimming, biking, running on
Living the
trails.
dream.
He bought a van and just parked it here, and it just was here. So anyway, I am glad you made it today, Spud. I appreciate that. And
Good.
thanks for coming on a run with us.
Yeah, thanks for being here today. It was a good trail. Felt the buzz.
And we're back on the Come Run With Us podcast.
And we're back. Come run with us. Thank you for running with us on that trail today.
We literally
And,
showed how close we are to the car.
There's the cars.
And that's where the battery died.
But the funny thing is
We're prepared.
we might have lost the entire episode.
Lost the entire audio.
And if we did, we're sorry.
That's gonna be fun.
I don't-
Video will be there.
No, the audio will be
just
there.
like always. We'll
On
have
an-
something. We just won't have enough to make an episode.
Dude, we're gonna have so many great bloopers like over the years, because like once we get this dialed in and really actually start making this work, we're gonna have so many backlogged bad episodes. It's gonna be great.
And that's what everybody's dying for.
I'm dying.
Backlogged bad episodes.
I mean, they're not bad. It's just they're gonna have some technical difficulties. They're gonna have some stuff. So, Joey, what would you say was your favorite part of today?
Let's see. I don't know why I'm holding this up. Have it. I mean, honestly, I really liked that trail. I thought it was a great trail. I'm anxious to do it again.
Both a little bit more time. Okay, so my favorite part, honestly, was just walking on the beach at the first. That was really enjoyable. Like, I really liked it. Look at that. Joey's just getting in his car and leaving. Here he goes. See you, Joey. Guess you're gone. Don't really know what he's doing. He's just doing stuff. I don't understand what you just did. No, but for real, what did you just do?
What did I just do?
Why did you get in your car and leave?
I just thought it'd be a funny joke.
Are you not recording either?
I am recording.
Oh, okay.
What are you recording, smart guy with the camera?
I'm recording.
Why not record the content? Why
I
not-
did record when you left, but then you got back and I forgot what I was doing because that's kind of or I don't understand.
Spud's asking me a question. He has a camera in his hand, and he's asking me, the subject of the question, pointing the camera directly at the sun.
No, it was at that mountain over there.
All right, well, let's end this madness.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on a run
Thanks
with
for
us.
coming on a run with us.
I was going to say next week, we're doing a big 5K with the girls on the run, but when you hear this, it won't be next week anymore.
In 5, 4, 3,
3,
2.
1. Peace out.